You're always smiling, always happy.
I'm a child of God. I know that every day he gives me is a gift. And when he stops giving them to me, I get to be with him. And that's the greatest gift of all.
I tell you, honey, you got to treat folks right while they live, to give people their flowers while they're alive, because when they're dead, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Guilty.
That guilt gonna eat you alive, honey. I'm telling you, don't you let folks slip away. You got something you need to tell them. You mad at them. I'm mad at you. I ain't finna talk to you. And they going to die. That guilt will eat you alive, honey. Fix it. Take time to fix what's wrong. And what I know about these dope boys, they got a little bit of sense. Because if you know how to cut it, slice it, weigh it, have this one running here, this one doing that, this one over here doing that, hiding from the police, if you can put all of that energy into selling dope, that tells me you can put that same amount of energy into running a legitimate business and going straight. Get a job, son. Go. What's wrong with y'all young people today? Y'all, they got old people, y'all ain't showing no respect for the old folks at all. The elders are here for a reason. They can teach you something. This is the only country where we throw old people away. That's where the wisdom is. You're not gonna sit here and disrespect me like I see these young folks, old people sitting at the bus stop, young folk pants hanging down, cussing, spitting, acting like the old people ain't sitting there, forgetting that old people march for your dumb ass. You finna act like you got some sense in here. 22 is not grown. It is legal, but it ain't grown. And until you get somewhere around 39 and 40, you're not even gonna understand how stupid you were at 22 years old. You ain't no grown man. A grown man take care of his child without anybody telling him he need to take care of his child. A grown man is so secure in himself, people go flip burgers to make sure his baby can eat. A grown man is so secure in himself, he will pick up sanitation for 30 years to make sure his child can go to college. A grown man is so secure in himself to make sure his family had what he needs, he will stand on this stage and address what? Do not tell your family everything that your husband or your wife is doing. Do not do that. And I tell you why, because you tell them when you're mad, then y'all go make up, but then the family's still mad, and you wonder why the hell they don't want them at the barbecue. Shut up sometime. You used to love this man. You were so in love with him. You was a homecoming queen, him playing football. Y'all gonna be together forever. Now you done hit this rough patch. I call it the traffic jam of life, honey. And it usually happens between the age of 40 and 50. That's a rough time. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you live long enough, you're gonna go through some stuff during that decade. And if you're married, it's gonna be double. Let me tell you what happened during that time. You go through menopause. Your husband have a midlife crisis. If you got teenagers that act like they have lost their mind. If your parents sick, dying, you trying to take care of them, his parents sick and dying, y'all Alzheimer's, all that stuff is going on, y'all trying to do all that within them 10 years. That's enough to drive any marriage apart. That's not the time to be pulling apart. That's the time to come together. Do you understand? Woo! Yes. All that fussing and arguing and all that stuff. No, hey, hell, that's why you took the vows, for better or worse, and sometimes worse is bad as hell. Yeah. That's why I tell folks, just make it through them 10 years. I'm telling you, that is the test of life. People think God is crazy. That they can just say something, it's just going to fall out of the sky. That ain't how it works, honey. You got to be careful what you pray for. And when you pray for something, you got to know that you want to go through what it takes to get to what you're asking for. You ain't with me. You pray a prayer. Let me tell you something. When sometimes you pray a prayer, God will answer the prayer the day you prayed it. It may take 40 years for it to show up in your life, but the prayer has been answered. You just got to go through what you... It's like this. You sitting here and you trying to get somewhere downtown. You put the address in the navigation system. Now, that satellite is above you. That satellite knows where you are and where you're trying to go. It tells you, this is where you turn, that's where you turn, do this, do that. But what it don't tell you is that it don't tell you if somebody's going to be crossing the street. It don't tell you if a water main's going to break, you're going to have to slow down. It don't tell you if traffic going to be backed up for 20 miles on 285. It don't tell you none of that. Yeah. But all it knows is all it's going to tell you is where you are and where you're trying to go. Do you understand? It's the same thing when you pray a prayer like that. God send me a good man, God send me a good man. God is looking at you. He know where you are and he know where you're trying to go. All you got to do is follow. You still ain't with me. You say, God send me a good man, God send me a good man. You meet a man, you think he the one. Oh, yes, I'm ready. You meet him, he break your heart. He's a fool. You don't know what to do. Say, well, Lord, this ain't what I prayed for. So you try it again. You get up the faith and the courage. You're going to do it again. Lord, send me a good man. Meet that man. Next man, he come along, he break your heart too. 2 men that broke your heart. You say, okay, God, I'm going to try it again. Meet another man, that man break your heart. You say, I ain't going to love him no more. I'm going to do everything to make myself unattractive. I don't want nobody looking at me because I can't be hurt no more. I'm done. And that's where people mess up. Don't stop. I don't care how many times you get your heart broke. If you prayed for something and you believe it's coming, keep trying, keep loving. It's going to come to you. No, that's all I'm telling you, honey. When you pray that prayer, you're going to get your heart broke. You still ain't with me. All right, well, let me bring it home for you. So he said, God sent me a good man, God sent me a good man. You meet all these men, you met all of them, they done broke your heart. And God is saying, listen, I'm up here, up high, above you. I'm watching. I know where the man is. He's over here. He ain't perfect, but he's perfect for you. He done been through some things. So he's there ready. I can't let you get to him right now because you ain't ready. And you're going to run him away because you can't appreciate up until you've really been down. Stay with me for just a second. So he said, God sent me a good man, God sent me a good man. You've had these three fools. God is saying, yes, but just keep going. When you get your heart broke, just keep going, because I promise you, when you get to what God had for you 5, 6 years from now, you'll look back at them same people and say, thank you. You taught me something.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you taught me.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? Keep moving, honey. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving to what God is saying. He is the satellite. He know where you are. He know where you're trying to get to. All you got to do is just go through them obstacles and them hurdles, and you will get to what's waiting for you on the other side if you faint not. People just want to stop. They don't want to keep walking sometimes because it get too hard. Be careful what you pray for, because if you pray for something and you want it to come to pass, you're going to have to go through some things to see it through.
All right.
So did that bring me to the question, how bad do you want it? You know, and I don't like people covering stuff up. Anything that's covered up ain't gonna get healed. That's what's wrong with these families, why they all falling apart. Why you wonder why your children don't get along, why this one don't get along, why they all got all these secrets. Stop covering up all of these secrets and talk about it. Get some help. I can't stand people saying what goes on in this house stays in this house. No, if what went on in this house is hurting me, I'm going to get some help, and I don't care who like it or who don't like it. That's all right, honey. That's all right. It ain't your fault. And you can't sit there thinking it's your fault. Honey, and listen to me. Let me tell you why you so angry, why you so mad. I told you my mama talked to you. You're mad and angry at him, screaming at your children, never got no time, fussing at everybody because you ain't forgave the person that hurt you. Let me tell you something. When somebody do something to you, they take the power out of you. And if you don't forgive them, they keep the power. You say, they ain't got no power over me. They ain't got no power over me. They just did it. No, let me tell you how they got power over you. You in a good mood, having a good time. You see that person, they walk in the room, your whole mood change. Anybody that can change your atmosphere is somebody that has power over you. You got to forgive them, honey. Forgive. And let me tell you something. There's some power in that forgiveness. Once you learn how to let that thing go, when somebody did something to you and you let it go, it frees you. Do you hear me? The Bible says God can't forgive you until you forgive other people. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, honey. Can't do none of that until you learn how to love yourself, though. I can't say no woman sitting around saying, my man ought to understand me all these years. He ain't never going to understand. I'm sorry to tell you, he ain't never, ever. You and your man are never going to communicate in a way that each of you understand each other. I tell you why, because women think up here. And men think. Hallelujah. All that men, let me tell y'all something. Hear me clearly when I say this. Every woman is a little girl at heart, and she is looking for the love of her father. If she had an awful daddy that did not treat her right, didn't treat her mama right, she don't know what it's like to have the love of a man. If you are brave enough and man enough to love that woman, she will come back at you with a love that you ain't never seen before in your life. Look here, it's going to scare her at first. She ain't going to know what's going on because she ain't never had it. But if you are honest with her and patient, she will love you like you never been. She'll be down for you like 4 flat tires, I'm telling you right now. But if you run up on a woman and you're a man who like to run game and you run up on this woman and she had a good daddy who showed her how a man is supposed to treat a woman and you sitting there and running all this game, she ain't gonna have it. That woman would sit by herself, 95, in a house full of cats and happy before she let you run some kind of game on her. To all of y'all that went out there and got these interest-only mortgages a few years ago, I want to talk to you. I know you're in here because your spirit is heavy. You walked in here trying, just looking for a laugh because you just don't know what to do. You're so stressed out about this economy, you don't know what to do. Bought that house and thought God had blessed me a few years ago. You was like, yes, God blessed me with a house I never thought I'd be able to afford. Bucking and jumping up and down church, telling everybody, come see the house that God has given me.
Right.
Now you're sitting there saying, come see the curse I'm trying to get rid of. You tried to refinance it. It was worth something. It ain't worth that no more. So now they don't want to refinance it. The bank's acting crazy. You just don't know what to do. So you sit there calling on the name of Jesus. You are working on the Lord's nerves, just praying so much about this house. Lord, please, just help me, help me. You're reading your Bible, Genesis, Exodus. Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalm, Proverb, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. You're in every book of the Bible. You're turning on TBN trying to get your answer from Bishop T.D. Jakes. You're turning on another channel trying to get your answer from Joyce Meyer. You're looking at the commercials trying to get your answer from Oscar Mayer. You don't know what to do. You're laying up in the middle of the night praying like Paul and Silas, laying out prostrate, waiting for an earthquake to happen to come shake that mortgage loose on that house. You don't know what to do. I want you to know something. If this is you and you're in this situation, you are just struggling. God told me to tell you something. You thought the answer was going to come through the bishop, but it's coming through Madea. Hallelujah.
Watch it now. Watch it now.
Come on.
Watch
Say
it,
it.
dear.
If this is you and you don't know what to do, and you're stressed out and you're struggling, God told me to tell you something. It's 4 letters. It's one word. I want you to get this deep in your spirit. God told me to tell you, he said, move. That's what he said. He said, move. You got your health and strength, but you about to let a material thing put you in the hospital. You used to make $1 out of 15 cents. Now you're so bougie that you don't even know what to do. Pack up, get out of there. I'm telling you. What my friends going to say, they struggling too. They just don't want you to know it. Pack the hell up.
Right.
I'm telling you, ain't nothing worth you being stressed out over no material thing. Let me tell you something. Every business, when they're in trouble, the first thing they do is downsize. You will be the first one they lay off. So when you in your own personal life, the smartest thing to do is to downsize. Don't let nobody talk about you. Let them say whatever the hell they want to say. Hell, they going to throw dirt on you in life when you die. They're going to put dirt over the casket. Let it be what it's going to be. Pack up, move. You're going to be all right. You will get another house. This is not your end. This is your beginning. Sometimes you got to take 4 or 5 steps back to take 10 steps in the future.
You know, God will forgive you.
What are you talking about? What God? See, my life has been pain since the day I was born. Ain't no God in that.
Oh, but there is a God.
Whatever.
And out of all of your pain can come some good if you just turn your life over to him.
Look, Katie, I ain't no Christian or nothing like that. But watching you and the way you believe has made me,
Made you what?
I want something special too.
If you believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, that's all that matters. But do you believe that?
I don't know.
Oh, he's so real. Can't you feel it? He's so real.
And he'll love me just as I am.
Just as you are.
No, just as I am.
Oh, you just wait on him. He'll speak to you.
Well, you know how it is. When the Lord really starts blessing you, you find out who your real friends are.
There ain't no sense of you sitting there lying. Tell the truth. Because if you tell one lie, you got to tell 20 more to cover the one you told. That's why I tell folks, don't sit there and tell a lie. That just make you, when you lie to people, that makes them doubt everything you ever say from that point on, or everything you ever said. May as well just tell the truth, you know? And I look, if you asking a man a bunch of questions and he jumps stupid, what the hell you all up in my face for? You ain't got to be asking me all these questions. That's a dead giveaway, something going on. Men always get themselves away. Man coming out, he ain't got no socks on, something going on. Or been out working all day, coming smelling like Irish Spring, something is going on. When a man be cheating, you can catch them because they get themselves away. Men just, I don't understand. Men just always get themselves away just by doing dumb stuff. But a woman, them things is slick. Personally, I think women cheat more than men. Oh, they done got quiet now. And the reason they get away with it is because, you know, they never think, the men never think that they woman to cheat on them. But, that's a fool who think that. Never underestimate your opponent. Them things is slick. I know a woman that was married for 38 years. She was so good she had an affair for 42 and he didn't know it. He died thinking he was the only one. She said, well, he died now, hell, ain't no sense in me telling him the truth. But I found out the way to tell if a woman cheated. If you want to know if a woman is cheating, it's really simple. If you're the kind of man that don't do what you're supposed to do, you're always doing something wrong, and she walking around smiling, singing, it ain't 'cause she happy with Jesus alone. Jesus had some help putting that smile on her face. This is what I learned in all these years on this earth. If somebody want to walk out of your life, let them go. Especially if you know you done everything you can do, you done sat around and been the best man or the best woman you could be, and they still want to go, let them go. Whatever they're running after, they'll see what they had in a minute, but by then it's going to be too late. Because you'll sit there and you'll go, because half these people you be sitting around crying about it, worry about 2-3 years from now, you ain't going to even remember their last name. How many times you done seen folks somewhere, you be like, what the hell was I thinking? I done been there, I be like, what was wrong with me? What was I going through? I must have been lonely as hell to hook up with you. Let folks go, son. Some people come in your life for a lifetime, some come for a season. You got to know which is which. And you're going to always mess up when you mix them seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. You can't, they got people that done got married with people they was only supposed to be with for a season. They done got married to people they only supposed to be with for a season and wonder why they having so much hell in their life. That was a person that was supposed to come and teach you one thing. You didn't know it, so you just fell in love. And now you wonder why you ain't got no peace, nowhere you go. No. Listen, I put everybody that come in my life in the category of a tree. Some people are like leaves on a tree. The wind blow, they over here. They unstable. They blow the other way, they over here. Ain't nothing. Season change, they wither and die. They gone. That's all right. That's some people. Most people in the world are like that. They just there to take from the tree. They ain't there to do nothing but take and give shade every now and then. That's all they can do. But don't get mad at people like that. That's who they are. They ain't gonna never be nothing. That's what they put on this earth to be, but be what they are, a leaf. Some people are like a branch on that tree. You gotta be careful with them branches too, because they'll fool you. They'll get there and make you think they're a good friend and they're real strong, but the minute you step out there on them, they'll break and leave you high and dry. But if you find you 2 or 3 people in your life that's like the roots at the bottom of that tree, you are blessed, because that's them the kind of people that ain't going nowhere. They ain't worried about being seen. Don't nobody have to know that they know you. They ain't got to know what they're doing for you. But if them roots wasn't there, that tree couldn't live. You understand? And they ain't got a tree can have 100 million branches, but only a few roots down at the bottom to make sure it get everything it needs. I'm telling you something. When you get you some roots, hold on to them. But the rest of them, let it go. Just let it go. Let folks go.
Madea, it's not always that easy.
Ain't nobody said it was going to be easy, but it'll get easy when you learn how to love yourself. When you get to a point in your life where you look at people and you go, okay, wait a minute, you or me, you will make a decision. Because when you telling folks to do something, and I never throw nobody away. I've never in my life just thrown nobody away. Just say, look, don't bother me no more, don't talk to me. No. I've never done that. What I do is I tell you, say, look, this thing you doing right here, that's going to cause a problem. You need to fix that, because if we're going to be friends, we're going to be cool, you got to fix that. And if you don't, we're going to have an issue. If you see somebody fix it or they even trying to fix it, that's somebody that care. Keep them people around. That's a leaf that's trying to grow up and be something else. You understand? But if you tell somebody that what you're doing is hurting me and I need you to stop it, and they keep doing it, they don't care. Move on. Let them go. No matter how much it hurt, let them go. And it'll get easier. I promise you, every day it'll get easier and easier and easier. But you just got to make it through. You hear me, sonny? And see, you got to learn how to be by yourself, son. People have to learn how to be alone. I don't understand all these people. Oh, I need somebody. Lord, where's my man? Lord, where's my woman? That is crazy as hell. If you don't know how to be by yourself, what you going to do with somebody else? Stop praying about it. Shut up and wait. Go work on you here. That's what that time is for, to get yourself together. I'd rather be in a corner by myself with a puppy and a goldfish and be happy than to be sitting around with somebody in my house. I'm wondering what the hell they there for. You would be surprised the things people put up with just to have somebody to say they love them. I don't understand. I can't live in dysfunction. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I done come through too much, been through too much hell and high water to come there and let you come up in my adult life and when I'm supposed to be at peace and give me all kind of hell. Only two places on this earth you're going to have peace, the grave and your house. Now, if you can't walk up in your house and you ain't got no peace, something wrong. Some people are going to talk about you to the day you die and ain't nothing you can do. But let folks talk. And don't worry about, you don't worry about people. As long as they don't put their hands on you, let them say whatever they want. You know, people talk about, they talk about me. They say all kind of stuff about me, honey. Folk I ain't never met before, don't know nothing about me, sitting there making up stuff. But you know what I found out?
What?
It ain't what folk call you, it's what you answer to. Let them say whatever the hell they want to say. Half the time they're just jealous anyway. But this is what I found out. This is what I found out. You listen to me. All that matters is that when you wake up every morning, you look in the mirror and God is pleased with your life. That's what matters. And you know how you know? This is how you're going to know when God is pleased. If you ever wonder, when God is pleased, everything you touch is blessed. You hear me?
I think so.
I understand it, honey. I know it. I believe me. I know it. And that ain't Madea talking either. I know it. Do you hear me? All right.
But sometimes it's hard, Madea. I get embarrassed.
Why?
Because my mother's in jail and she was a prostitute and my daddy is a pimp.
I was a stripper. My daughter a Christian. Just because your mama was something and your daddy was something, that don't mean you have to be it. You can be whatever you want to be in this world, no matter where you come from. And I know that for a fact. You hear? Be whatever you want to be. This is still the greatest country in the world. No matter who running it, it's still one of the greatest countries in the world. Parents are not perfect. They do what they know how to do. And the minute we stop blaming them for everything they did, couldn't do, didn't know what to do, don't know why they did it, and get up and go on with the life they gave us, we'll be much better off. Somebody ought to be grateful just because they're here. That child say she got what she deserved, I'd have shut my mouth right there. Anytime somebody say they got what they deserve, that's all they ever gonna have.
I guess so.
So is a man thinking, so is he.
Yeah.
Sitting over there trying to buy love. Honey, if you could afford love, Jesus wouldn't have had to go to Calvary.
You right.
But people do it all day long. If I got to wonder why you in my house, I don't want you there.
Yeah.
If I lose my job, is you gonna be there? If I get sick, you gonna be there? Hell no, go, step. Ain't it funny how people can see everybody else's situation just as clear?
Yeah.
But can never ever turn a mirror on themselves. Honey, you sitting here talking about her and you just sat here and told me your man hit on you. Listen to me. Abuse is abuse.
That's right.
And it don't never change till you change it.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me with your heart, not just your ears. Whether you're trying to buy love or whether you're letting somebody put their hand on you.
Yes.
That's abuse, honey.
Right.
Because you will leave that man, go find another one, and that one will hit you too. Because it's something in you that's attracted to them kind of men.
Yes.
That's crazy. I don't understand that.
That's right.
You gonna let somebody put their hand on? I don't understand that. Explain that to me, honey. Life is short. You can be dead and gone tomorrow.
Yes.
The Bible saying, I'm gonna try to get this right. The Bible says when you're born on this earth, you get a few days, and them days is full of trouble.
Yep.
If the days you get is full of trouble, why the hell you go add more trouble on top of the trouble you already promised?
You got a point.
I don't understand. Explain it to me.
Well, I'm trying to get out of it now because you know what? I'm really tired of it, so I'm going to
That sounded real convincing, honey, but I know better. Because when you get tired of something, really tired, it don't matter what you got to do to come up out of it. When you tired, you're going to come out of it.
That's right. That's right.
If you got to take your kids and move into a shelter, whatever you got to do, when you get really tired in your bone, that's why all these parents worrying about their children on drugs and all this stuff and crying out. Ain't nothing you can do but wait for them to get tired, because when they get tired, they'll come in.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And that kind of tired don't come when you're young, honey. When you in your teens and 20s, you feel like you're going to live forever. You make a bunch of stupid mistakes, and it's all right, you're supposed to, because you're trying to find your way. But come 30,
I know that's right. That light.
I don't know what it is about 30, but a light come on.
That's right.
And if it don't, check your bulb, check your bulb.
Yeah.
At 30 is the first part of your life where you get a glimpse of some sense.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That's when things start to make a little more sense to you. And come 40, by that time you stop lying to yourself.
Right.
You can go out on a blind date, the man walk in the restaurant, you be like, you know what, I can tell this ain't gonna work by the way you walk. I'll see you around the way.
All right.
That's right. And come 50 and above, you be like, back the hell up. I ain't got time for that foolishness.
Wow.
Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Life is something else, and life teaches you lessons every day. And you got to pass them tests in order to go to the next level of your life. So many people fail the test, though, honey. Especially this one little test that so many people fail. One little test will keep you from everything. Ever having true love, ever being financially all right. One little test will keep you from having loving family and everything.
What's that?
Forgiveness.
Yes.
Forgiveness.
Yes.
Oh, it's deep, honey. It's deep. You got to forgive people. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, your ex, your uncle. I don't care what they done did to you. You got to forgive them folk. Not for them, but for you.
For me?
Yes, you've been raped, beat, hurt, molested. It don't matter what they did. Forgive them. Yeah, you walking around holding on to all that stuff. They sleeping at night.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to be mad at you. They ain't going to do nothing but eat at you.
That's right.
They got people dead in the grave. Still got a hold on people walking around this earth because of something they did to them.
That's right. That's
Now,
right.
that's what's sad.
Yes.
Let that stuff go. You can't fly with a whole bunch of stuff holding you down.
That's right.
And listen, you ever heard a woman say, if I could just have that man back, I'd do right this time? Mm-hmm. That's a woman who got the man of her dreams. You understand? Mm-hmm. The man of her dreams and messed it up, thinking about the last one she didn't forgive. Mm-hmm. You understand? How dare you ask a good man to pay for the mistakes of some sorry fool you had before him?
That's right. You're right.
I don't know too many of them that's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I understand about the forgiveness thing, but I don't have to forget.
Hell no, you gotta remember.
Okay.
You ain't go through all that for nothing.
That's right.
No, you remember that.
Okay.
So you won't ever let it happen again.
That's good. That's real good.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
One more thing you gotta do.
Okay.
The man been hitting on you?
Yes.
Beat the hell out of him.
Well, she did real.
Beat him?
Beat the hell. The only reason that man is hitting on you because you sitting there acting like you weak. Oh, stop. All you got to do is lose your mind one time. I mean, you got to go so crazy that it scare you. And wear him out. If he the man, I'm thinking now you got to figure out which one he is. But they got two kind of men that hit on women.
Okay.
One of them went out in the 70s. You don't see him too much no more. He a dangerous species. You don't see him too much no more. Yeah, he just hit you because the wind was blowing. That fool was crazy. He didn't know what to do. He just walk up and punch you. You don't hit him.
I don't hit him.
You do not hit him. You don't put your hand on him.
Yes, ma'am.
But nowadays, these little boys, they hit on women, they hit on them because they scared to hit a man.
Mm-hmm. Well, how can I tell the difference?
This is how you tell the difference, and you remember this.
Okay.
You say, I'm going to call the police.
Call the police.
If he say, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you. You say, I'm going to call the police. If he back down, you know which one you got. Because if he's scared to hit a man, he's scared to go to jail.
Okay.
You wear him out.
Okay.
Take them earrings off and you go. That's the black woman national anthem. She getting ready to fight when she do that. And you wear him out.
Yes, ma'am.
But if you say, I'm going to call the police and he go dial the number, run like hell. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, hear me good, honey.
I do.
Get amongst some witnesses. I don't care what you got on. You can be butt naked, get in front of some people.
Okay.
Scream at the top of your lungs and run.
Yes, ma'am.
Run like Suge was running in The Color Purple trying to get to ceiling. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. All right. Now
Thank
that you
you.
got me.
I appreciate it.
That's right. I want to see you do it. You're going to be all right if you take my advice.
Okay.
But if you dial the number, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay.
There come a time in your life you can be cool. Then there come a time you got to act a fool to get results.
How can you tell when a man is cheating on you?
You think your man cheating?
Yes, I do.
That's how you can tell. He over there trying to make you jealous. See, men don't know how to express their feelings sometimes. You got to watch their actions, see what they're trying to tell you. He wants you to hurt as much as you making him hurt. Look at, talk to us, huh? And if you forgive her, don't bring it up no more. I can't stand nobody say they forgive you. Every week you got to hear the same thing over and over again.
Thank you so much for being my friend and just telling me the truth.
Anytime. I think if more of us would tell our friends the truth, this world would be a much better place.